You ever notice those big metal pipes that jut way out of oil and gas facilities, straight up into the sky? But it's not smoke or water that comes out, it's fire. Oh! You ever wonder what that is? Why they do that? Well, they're called flare stacks, and they're burning natural gas. Not to use as energy or anything like that, they're just burning it because they don't know what else to do with it.
Hell yeah, Gord!
And Alberta's oil industry is flaring natural gas more than it ever has before. In fact, it breached what it's legally allowed to flare for the first time last year. So, what is flaring? Why do oil companies do it? And what's the penalty for doing it too much? Oil companies flare because when you drill for oil, you don't just get oil, you get natural gas too. It comes up to the surface as a byproduct, to which you might reply, well, isn't that fortunate? It's like if you're out mining for diamonds and you find a big pot of gold too, right? Like, how lucky can you get? Well, maybe, but in some ways it's more like mining for diamonds and finding, I don't know, soybeans. Like, yeah, there's a market somewhere for soybeans, but that's not really my business. And making it my business sounds really expensive. So maybe I'm just gonna throw those out. Same goes for natural gas. From an oil company's perspective, any natural gas that they find is only useful if they have a way to capture it, store it, transport it, use it, or sell it.
It's always economics. So if your primary job is that you've got a little small site and your primary job is to produce oil, then the gas is, unfortunately seen as a nuisance. It is an incremental cost. And if you're a business, your job is to produce as much oil as possible at the lowest price. That's not a cost you're willing to incur unless you're made to.
So how do you throw away natural gas? Well, often the cheapest thing to do is to just vent it, let it float away. But natural gas is mostly methane, and methane is one of the most dangerous greenhouse gases known to humankind, both because of how much heat it traps, much more than carbon dioxide, but also because of how much of it we produce. It's why cow farts are so deadly.
What do you think about cows? The agriculture industry is responsible for 24% of Canada's total methane emissions.
Once upon a time, I even did a whole story about farmers finding different ways to feed their cows because their methane emissions were so brutal.
But these cows have managed to reduce their methane emissions by 20%.
Feeding them seaweed.
Seaweed?
Yeah.
Do the cows like it?
Yeah, they love it.
All to say that deliberately venting natural gas into the atmosphere isn't great for the environment. Burning it is better.
You don't have nearly as much methane going into the atmosphere as you would if the gas were vented.
It takes that methane and converts it into carbon dioxide. And if methane is, let's say, 83 times worse than carbon dioxide, this is much better from a climate change perspective to at least burn it.
And oil companies seem to be flaring their natural gas in record amounts these days. The Canadian press crunched the numbers, poring over Alberta energy regulator data, and according to their analysis, oil and gas companies flared about 754 million cubic meters of natural gas last year, when the limit is just 670 million cubic meters. Now, there are reasons for this. Crude oil production itself, it's been climbing for years, so you're just going to hit more natural gas. And some of that flaring an oil company does for safety reasons. Any kind of oil and gas extraction means you're dealing with exceptionally high and changing pressures. Those are what can cause explosions. So venting or flaring gas helps you manage that pressure, but it also creates new problems. There are two big problems with flaring. One is that while it is seen as being better for the environment than just venting all that natural gas, you're still burning stuff. You're still creating carbon dioxide, but you're also creating this kind of black soot that affects air quality, which can be a health issue.
So for any communities living nearby, they may be exposed to harmful pollutants like fine particulate matter, which is what you get in wildfire smoke, for instance. You also get volatile organic compounds such as benzene. And those pollutants are associated with some very significant health problems, breathing problems, preterm birth, and cancer.
But there's also the fact that you're burning up an otherwise valuable resource. It's throwing out soybeans, right? The World Bank really comes out hard on this point, saying flaring and venting are a waste of a valuable natural resource. It continues, the amount of gas currently flared each year, and they're talking globally, about 148 billion cubic meters. That could power the whole of sub-Saharan Africa.
The return on it is probably too low for most of the sites. They might only make 1 or 2% return. So even though technically it makes money, they won't do it.
Ideally, you would capture the gas through something like a vapor recovery unit and then route it to some process so that you can either use it or you could potentially sell it, because it means we're not wasting the gas.
Yes, it's wasteful and everybody knows it. But look at what's happened to the volume of gas the industry flares annually. Flare volumes involving crude oil went up from around 400 million cubic meters between 2016 and 2019 to approaching 500, then 600, then exceeding 600 in 2020, 2021, and 2022. What happened during this period? Well, at around this time, there was a real push to bring methane emissions down. Part of how you do that is to reduce how much gas you vent. So we've seen industry self-reported methane emissions drop by about 45% between 2014 and 2022. But if you're not venting your gas, flaring might be your next obvious choice. So venting goes down, flaring goes up.
From an international standpoint, there is increasing pressure to reduce methane emissions, specifically in the greenhouse gas emissions space, because methane emissions are 25 or 28 times more potent as a global warming compound than CO2.
We asked Alberta's Environment Ministry about this. They told us, while reducing flaring where possible is important, we remain laser focused on our ultimate goal, reducing methane emissions, while still powering the world. Alberta's energy regulator did recently cut the amount of gas the industry can flare by half, to 670 million cubic meters from the 1996 baseline of 1,340 million cubic meters per year. That plays a big role in why the industry breached its legal flaring limit for the first time ever, as far as we can tell. And when we asked, what's the penalty for the industry for breaching its flaring limit? Does it have to do anything differently? Well, what the Alberta government told us, the AER, that's the Alberta Energy Regulator, has instructed the 20 highest solution gas flaring operators to create detailed plans to reduce flaring at their sites. We couldn't really get a straight answer about fines, but what does seem clear is that experts believe all parties can do more.
That trend is pretty clear that flaring's going up. That's unequivocal. And so I think the real issue is the policy that allows flaring to emerge as the dominant solution, and whether or not there's an opportunity to do better. And surely there is.
I should finish by saying there are absolutely alternatives out there to venting and flaring natural gas. From a technical standpoint, it can be compressed, liquefied, trucked away, sold, or used as fuel. It could be converted by on-site generators into usable electricity. Or if you're going to flare the natural gas, those stacks can be optimized to reduce emissions, or those emissions can be captured altogether before they escape into the air. But all of these things cost money.